Okay. Can you hear me now? I feel like the fucking Verizon commercial. All right, there we go. Now that we're talking, now we're cooking with grease. Fucking headphones is fucked up. Good shit. Very good. Audio's on now. Absolutely. Word. Headphones is fucked. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Yes, yes. Your boy's back on the tube. Well, temporarily for the most part, yeah. How I've been? Could be better. I'm actually working on something huge, actually. But this is more so life-wise. So, yeah. But yeah. So once I get that established, that the people's memes, I know, Jesus Christ. Once I get that established, that's when I'll have that's when oh, yeah. Once I get that done, that's when I'll be able to get my laptop. Because okay, so quick thing, my laptop is actually upstate. For those of you who don't know, it's upstate, and what you call it? I gotta go upstate to get that bitch, and then come back down, fucking hook that shit up, and then we can make videos. So I'm like, that's the only issue. That's the only thing that's been holding me back is I got to get my laptop from upstate because I was actually working with my mentor on something, and yeah, I'm like, of course I leave it up there. Fuck. But at the same time, I'm like, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, of course. So of course I'm gonna come through and say what's up and stuff like that. So yeah, man. Is the most electrifying man in all of New York City trying to come back with reviews? Of course. I'm reviewing everything. Just to let everybody know, I'm reviewing everything. There's not going to be not one thing, one stone that is not unturned by me within New York City Transit. And I'm even the dead reviews, even the dead trains, there's going to be reviewed too. Let's see. Laptop upstate, holy shit. Like from the 7 train. I would say from like the 9 review. That's when it went upstate. Because the thing was I was actually working on a review, and some shit went down. So what you call it? Fucking laptop got of course lost in the process. I'm like, fuck. But I know exactly where it is. It's just I gotta go get it. I know it's safe. So, but yeah. But yeah, damn, 26 people is probably the biggest live I've had thus far. Who dares this the people's train like that? How dare you? The double letter trains are well. See, the thing is, in a general scale, when it comes to reviews, the double letter trains, well, remember it falls under the category of the trains we have now. Unless if it's a deadline, that is the only pardon the V train reference. But unless if it's a deadline, then no. It'll be just underneath the general line that we have now. This way, it keeps things, like just in order. Everything's not a mess. So, I mean, like what I did with the H, would be the same thing as what I would do with other lines. I mean, I'll give a quick summary, like a quick briefing of what the older lines did. But it's like, but how they ran. The only thing I could say is, which was of course I wasn't born for it, born for like the double letter lines, but it's like if I ask somebody that's from that era, they'll explain to me, I guess, how they ran, stuff like that. So, man cave, damn. Thank you so much, man. I don't see, this thing is, I'm so old school with YouTube. I forgot. I don't know how the money thing works actually, but because the thing is, when it comes to double letter lines, like to go back into that, like I don't know specifically, like I don't want to bullshit you guys and be like, oh yeah, this train ran this way when I don't know myself. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there for it. So like everything else I can cover, I was there for it. Or the information is provided, within the internets or whatever the case may be, so that's why I could go back and use that as a reference. So yeah, so Man Cave Vlogging, big shout out to you, definitely. Thanks for the 625. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Austin Million due to make a return. And hell yeah! Listen, I got story time videos coming up soon. I'll put it to you like that. I got story time videos coming up. And yeah, okay, there we go. So my man, so quick shout out, especially to my boy Javin, because I did say that I was. Where is it? Yeah. So the New Yorker Rail fan. Quick shout out to him, to Javin. My man was with me at BBQs, and it was the coolest meetup, one of the coolest meetups I've ever had. Like just out of nowhere. I love shit like that when people freaking just show up, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's Knuckles." I love that shit. So, but which one? I love it when you guys do that shit. Like, y'all catch me off guard. Listen, if you see me in public, do not be afraid to approach me. I will not bite, unless if you do some dumb shit. So it's kind of hard to keep track of all the comments that's flowing because you guys comment quick. I'm gonna try to get you guys as best as I can. All the lines I rock with, the amount of recruitment I have. As I get older, I'd start like MTA, NYC rail fan, NYC fan, NYCT fan. Yeah, as I get older, like I start to kind of like slow down on it. It's like yeah. It's like I understand the reason why everything's here, stuff like that. And especially as I review stuff, it's like I understand it now. As a one-on-one with the trains themselves, it's like I start to understand everything as I go along. Double R used to go from Astoria to 95th. Of course, I remember that. Of course, now the People's Train serves with the People's Train's little brother with his Lay's chips. Now, we will have somebody. And the thing is, what I plan to do with you guys are gonna love what I do, because the thing is, what I plan to do is do storytelling videos. And that's where you're gonna see Austin Million back again. But the thing is, the format's gonna be a lot different. That's all I can say. I can't reveal the surprise. That's because I've been brainstorming this entire time. I'm like, how do I entertain these guys better than I did before? And I know exactly how to do that. Please do the B&Q. Of course I'm gonna do the B&Q. What? Right now I have a review that I'm coming out with, and I might as well tell you guys. You guys can guess it, but which one? I have a review that's coming out, and it's orange. I'll leave you with that. And it's also going to be a slight tribute to my boy Etika that passed away. That of course, did suicide off the Manhattan Bridge, and it's going to be a tribute to him a little bit, because he did say he wanted to be in my reviews and stuff like that. So I want to actually give a little tribute to him, to actually being in one of my videos and stuff, because we was on an A train. I remember it clear as day. We was on an A train. It was a couple of us, and he says, "Yo, I'm down with that." We was I think we was at Broadway Nassau. We was going from Chambers Street to Broadway Nassau, and he was like, "Yo, I want to be a part of your videos and shit." I was like, "What?" Bet. So you have an email, so I can have it, not for spam. No, I do not. Well, I do. Well, I'm just fucking with you. It's the Super Subway Brothers at Yahoo. So, but that's only for business inquiries only. That's not for like bullshitting. So anybody that wants business inquiries, go to the Super Subway Brothers at yahoo.com. That is for business inquiries only. That's the only time I ever do like email stuff. I haven't checked that shit in a minute, but yeah. F train review. No, not the F. Well, no, the F is one of them. The regular F is one of them. So, because the thing is, if you notice the 32 reviews that I've done, the E, the F, the C is a general review, because the C, I will always put the C as a 32. I don't care. It deserves that. But yeah, but the C, the E, the F, and the N. Those three lines are one of my. Those three lines are my three favorite lines between the letter lines, between the B division. And that's because I've like, of course, grew up between all three of them. The A is another one. A and C is another one, especially the C. But what you call it? Like those would be the ones that get like 160 reviews and shit like that. And uh, you know, those are the ones I put special interest in. You know, the L, of course, is gonna get reviewed. Don't worry. I just gotta switch up stuff because remember, Byford's not in. You know, he's not in there anymore. Ooh, wait, it went from 6 to 8. Where the hell did I come from? Okay, so the 179s got taken out of service at temporary time. Yeah, they did, and it was hilarious. I laughed all the way to the bank with that. Personal question: whatever happened to your crew? Well, no, the crew's still around. They all still around. They're just working. You know, Alex is within the TA, and then Turtle's working at Fresh Direct. And then Adam's working at Academy. Staten Island Railway, of course, that's going to be reviewed. Absolutely. The legend has returned. Oh my God, I was watching something else totally irrelevant and realized I haven't watched the channel in 4 years. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, shit, with the amount of shit that I've been through as of recent, I do not blame you. Omo Park has Arctics now. How the fuck did that happen? What? The People's Transit of New York. I know, right? Gonna update the C review. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, all those reviews that I've taken down, I'm gonna put back up again, but I'm gonna do different shit with them because everything is changing now. The game has entirely changed. Matter of fact, YouTube has changed. Foamer. Oh my God. Let me see. Foam. The B. Everybody's like the B, the B, the B. No, not the B. Yeah, as you guys can tell, I'm like late with the comments. Oh, shit! Shout out again to Man Cave Vlogging Channel. Would you review other Metro North? Would you review other Metro North or bus lines? Definitely, I would definitely review like stuff with Metro North, of course. Like Metro North in general, like Long Island Railroad, Metro North. They're gonna get general reviews. So basically, I'm reviewing the entirety of Long Island Railroad in one video. The entirety of Metro North in one video. So I'm like, yeah, the Babylon line, and then the Hudson, the Court and Harmon, and shit like that. So Poughkeepsie line, and shit like that. And then the Harlem line. This is what the Harlem line does. All in one video. He said the Manhattan Bridge, orange. The D is already, so it's gonna be the B. Well, the B is gonna be one of the reviews I do, but not the one that's gonna be reviewed now. Thank you again. About Etika, you guys. Was it? I simp for the Q. A lot of people simp for the Q. The Q is extremely overrated. What? Because it goes to 2nd Avenue? Okay. Next. The shit got old just as fast as freaking 34 Hudson Yards got old. Until they make a new extension for that to 125. And via Brighton. Man, that shit was crazy as hell. I loved it. Obligatory teacher. Oh man, West Farms, of course. West Farms is gonna be in there, of course. I see you, Abstract. I see you. They're gonna be in there. If COVID, see, the thing is, if COVID wasn't a thing, then I would, I would make an exception for a couple of people, like that I know like that. But other than that, like anybody random, nah, I can't do it because that's too much of a risk. I wish COVID wasn't a thing. That's why I could get all you guys. It's like, yo, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? You got the Mooney Pals. Oh, Mooney Pals Diamond F. They have a Diamond F? What the hell is this? Please don't tell me it's a 160. If it is, fuck that. I'm good. Remaster of LaGuardia. I know. The thing is, I'm like, I love the way LaGuardia is. I'm like, I mean, LaGuardia review still holds weight now. The only thing is like, it's instead of RTSs, it's Celsius. Yep. Still remember the 9 review wanting to live in a world where the 9 trade returns in New York City. Believe me, I wish the 9 was still here. Welcome to the bread bank. Oh man. No, the Q is definitely overrated. Like literally, like soon as Second Avenue opened, everybody was on the Q's nutsack. I'm like, God damn. It's like, okay, we get it. The Q exists. It goes down Brighton. All right. Okay. That's great. A is overrated. The A is definitely overrated. I'm not gonna lie. In certain aspects, the A is overrated. Like the whole, longest line. Oh, it's the first letter in the alphabet. Oh, I'm like, but it's trash. I'm like, how you a local train, but you keep getting beat by how you express train, but you keep getting beat by your local counterpart. What type of shit is that? Yeah. No, LaGuardia I know is much better. Believe me, I'm out here in the people's area right now, and I can tell, looking at the Q18, even though the Q18 is trash at times, it is better than what it was before. And LaGuardia Depot itself is better than what it was before. 32s retired a week ago. They'll be back. Jackie Gleason has R32. I know. Air train review. Of course the air train's going to get reviewed. The K review. Of course it's going to get reviewed. Word. Freaking AJ. Golly AJ has entered the building. 46 on a Brown M. I mean, that has happened where the 46 was at Fresh Pond Road. Not in service, but, JFK with the next gens now. Ew. I want all next gens to go to Gun Hill Depot. I don't care. The end of 32 is coming real soon. I know. Listen, I've done all that there is with the 32s. I've had my fun. I am extremely grateful. There goes the Q18. I'm extremely grateful. I thank my grandfather for making that. So I'm like, I don't know. I've done pretty much everything there is to do. Every line I've trekked on the 32 system wide, and I'm happy that I've done. So yeah. Thank you for the donation. Silent Screams. The 312. Wait, is 312 the best bus? If you're talking about New Jersey Transit, I have no idea. Or you talking about New Flyer C40LF? Brown M. I know everybody still remembers the. Oh yeah, no, New Flyer. Yeah, C40LF 312. No, I like that bus. I ain't gonna lie. Sadly, the old gens are leaving. I know. Listen, I'm still hurt from the fucking Orion 7 old gen C and G's leaving. That's the shit that fucked me up. I'm like, oh, fuck, really? The Diamond F. True. Yeah, so basically, to put it to you this way, the Orange M is the one that's being reviewed. This way, everybody's, because I'm trying to sift through comments. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Might as well tell y'all. Orange M. So, last time we did that back in season 2 when we did seasons, and I did that with Adam. So now I'm like, I want to redo it, but, this time in a new format. What do you think of Sarah Feinberg? Well, first and foremost, shout out to David as well for this question too. What do you think of Sarah Feinberg? And I love questions that make me think. The thing is with questions like this. The thing is with Sarah Feinberg, I'm like, well, she looks like Harley Quinn without the makeup. but I give her credit. She bad though. She bad. But the thing is like when she came out of nowhere and said, I think somebody said that she was saying that she's trained mommy. I'm like, you can't just come out of nowhere and just be Andy Barford like that. That doesn't. No, that doesn't work like that. No, you got to earn that title. You know what I'm saying? When Barford was here, it was like, yo, he went to the people. He was with the people. He wasn't a politician. He was a man that, like he said, he's like, I'm just a man that runs trains. But things got done. I don't care what you say. We need this man to come back to New York City Transit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, what Cuomo did with him was ridiculous because we had it. We literally had it. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was able to get our transit system back up to par in some sort of regard. Things were actually getting done in the system. Workers were actually feeling appreciated. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it sucks because it's like, it feels like the fact that he's gone, it feels like kind of like the rail fans are the only ones that actually appreciate the workers now, as opposed to the general public. Like the fact that it was appreciated from people up top, which was something special, something that you ain't seen in a long time in New York City Transit. Of course, New York City Transit's main thing is always about the money. And that's the thing. You just can't think about always the money. You know what I'm saying? Granted, we're in a situation right now where we have no choice but to. But at the same time, because of the fact that we're so down and out within New York City Transit, within COVID-19, it's like you have to remember, listen, your workers are still making things happen within the system and no matter what. Plus, not only that, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Mind you, people are putting their lives at risk for this job. And this job is already a job that will kill you in the first place anyway. Slowly but surely, but it will. So that's why I'm like, in a job like this, in New York City Transit, the TA up top has to realize fact that your workers are your number one priority. Fuck the bullshit. Pay attention to your workers, and be mindful of how they are. Be mindful of, what's going on with them. So it's like, granted, the passengers, of course, that's the TA's one priority, but they only care about the passengers because of cash. That's why. If the TA was actually, be like, look, if they was to like kind of get off the high horse and become a little bit more human with everybody else, things would be a lot more smoother within the MTA. With that whole thing of like, oh yeah, money, but of course they say money makes the world go round, of course. But it's like, believe me, if they switched up the format of the way they are, a lot of things will come to them a lot quicker. Meaning a lot of good stuff will come their way. There you go. But Sarah Feinberg, not. It's like, I don't know what to say. I don't know. With her, it's like, things could be better, but she's doing what she can. So, hey, much like the other express lines are badly neglected by the suits. Just like 75-foot miles. Everybody's talking about 312. God damn. Gun to hell. I like that. Path I'm reviewing, definitely. I know D-Wade money for cut. I know where you at. You know where I'm at? That's good. Get a story. You goddamn right. Well, it said so in the title. I mean, about the old gens being retired next year. I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is. She was delayed by a few minutes. I see. Well, that's probably because I was slow reading the comments. That's probably why. College Point. I'm gonna sift all the way through to the ending of this. Hold on, Miss Train Daddy. Yeah. Orion 5C. Oh, of course, I love the Orion 5 CNGs. Hell yeah. Um, I'm sorry if I skip all of you guys comment because you guys comment fast as hell. Blame Cuomo for kicking out Byford. Yeah, yeah. Mr. RTSs, of course. LFS hybrid is overrated. I have yet to even ride that. I wish we had the CNG LFSs. That'd be lit as hell. Nice review. Yeah, there'll be a nice review. For the 1900s, there'll be a nice review. Because I already did everything else. I just got to put everything back. God damn, you guys comment fast. Oh shit. R32N review. When? I have to get back to you on that. The thing is, like I said, there's a lot of things that changed throughout this entire time. So he's back. 75. Okay. You talking about Excelsior? I thought you were talking about Orion 7s. I'm like, oh. The king who made my childhood. I appreciate that. I really do. Take the L, Hunter. I have no idea what that means. 32s are going to become extinct. Hey. I ain't mad, though. They will be immortalized through the rest of time because of what they done. Appreciate for the 46. Of course, it's the 46. It's 32's wife. You really did make me appreciate trains. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to do that. Silver. Robert Harbor. So basically, put it to you this way. Robert Harbor, as you see in the comments, that's silver. That's our silver. Which you will see in videos sometime soon. I like how you mentioned L train and then all of a sudden he appears. Because he lives by the L. Manhattanville Depot. With no new equipment. Yeah, pretty much. Well, listen, let me tell you something. Manhattanville Depot, y'all drivers, what the fuck, man? Y'all like fucking niggas up on the road. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with y'all? Jeez. Like, all of them. All of them need to go back to Zariga and freaking train again. I'm like, yo, you be on, like, different buses, and then all of a sudden you see a Manhattanville bus, and you gotta fucking wonder if you're gonna get fucked up by the shit or not. I'm like, jeez. Well, Mighty hates the M3. I'll just put it to you that way. If you guys don't know Mighty's res. Which you will soon see in videos too. So, what's going to happen now, by the way, is I'm going to be mixing, of course, how we have, like, the Sonic universe and the Transit universe, mixed together, like, lightly. Now it's going to be heavily mixed in after what I do. You guys are going to love it. I'm going to love it. The people are going to love it. Matter of fact, there'll be a splash of WWE in it, too. And by WWE, I mean, fuck. But yeah. 3718 is the best. I see your 3718 and raise you a 3709. Because that is my favorite car. Behind that, my second favorite. So my favorite car of R32s is 3708 and 09. Specifically 3709. Because it acts like 32. It acts like the 32 that I used to ride on the N a lot, which is my absolute favorite car was 3909. And that was the one with the blue stripe underneath. That's how you knew, like, that was literally my car. I don't give a damn. Like, everybody in Coney Island knew that was my car. So what happened was that when they scrapped it, I was so hurt. I cried, actually. I really did cry. I was like, fuck. So, me being a young, wide-eyed rail fan. But, now 3709 is my only, but the 3811 is behind that. Specifically 3811. That shit is a monster. It's my second favorite car. Not gonna lie, Mr. RTS, it was good, even though there was good buses. I can't even lie. Hell yeah! I'll give you guys a little short story. I'm on a Q83, right? There's an old gen, and then there's a no, there's a next gen, and I'm on an RTS, right? So what happens is that there's a huge ass puddle. We on Murdoch. I'm going back home, and the next thing you know, the next gen's sitting there trying to figure out how the fuck you gonna get through that, right? The bus driver's with me, and I'm like, bro. He's like, yo, he's like, my man, I don't know if we're gonna make that. I'm like, what you mean you gonna make that? I'm like, you're on an RTS. The fuck? I was like, he can't make that. I looked at the next gen. I'm like, he can't make that because he's driving trash. But at the same time, I'm like, you are driving a god. Are you kidding me? Shit. And then the puddle was like the size of a lake. We put it that way. It was a badass rainstorm that came through. So, I told him, I said, push forward. Listen, if anything happens, just blame me. Just push forward. I'm like, I know my buses. So he pushed forward, went clean right through. As he got off the bus and looked at his partner, his leader, he looks back and his leader's like this. And disbelief. Listen, fuck the bullshit. Listen, I wish Millennium came out with the RTS, with the RTS again. I mean, granted, it'd been a little fuck because of ADA, fucking bullshit, But other than that, listen, honestly, when you really look at it in the grand scheme of things, I really do believe we should still have high floor buses. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. We should have high floor buses just in case of emergencies like that. And people in the TA, if you guys are watching this right now, I want you guys to understand this. The reason I say that is because of emergency situations where you're going to need buses like that, especially during the snow, because we get fucked up with weather every goddamn time. Invest in a couple, a handful of buses in each depot to be high floor just in case if some shit like that happens. You know what I'm saying? This way, of course, ADA spec and all of that stuff, but at the same time, you guys can actually maneuver through the snow and stuff like that. That is extremely important. I'm not trying to speak out of the crack of my ass. I'm actually telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Look at the very past and you will see that it will help you in the future. That's how that works. You learn from your past. But yeah, you smell what the Rock is cooking. Well, the Rock always smells what you always can smell what the Rock is cooking. This black thing of the current state of the sea. Well, when he comes back, you'll see. You'll see exactly. You'll see exactly. See exactly how they feel. How he feels. How did they retire at 32? I know. They retire a god. The god. So officially. Was it old gens spend their last days on a B61? Oh, hell no. I mean, well, not to say that, but I mean, the thing is, hybrid stuff, I never liked it on the 61. Never did. The old gens I was okay with. I was like, okay, it's changed, but I could live with it. The next gens, we all unanimously said, hell no. The whole of Red Hook was like, hell no. Like, you had to been there to see that shit. Like, even passengers, regular passengers, was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I would get on the bus, and they'd be like, what the fuck? Like, ew. They don't care if it's on a 57. They're just like, ew. Like, next gens are not appealing. I'm sorry. It's a golf cart with 9-volt batteries on top of shit. Like, it's just... Ugh. F5 Brighton. Yeah, F5 Brighton. I've rode that before on a 46. New trains don't have front windows. Yeah. Well, of course, the TA is not really, geared for like rail fans and stuff like that. It's like that's the part that sucks. They're just more into like the business aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? So 32C, too strong. Of course, the 32 is too strong. Right. That's what made the C too strong. You know what I'm saying? That's what gave it its name. You know what I'm saying? The 32s are responsible for a lot of shit in the subway. You know what I'm saying? I will go on record and say, listen, as much as everybody loved the Redbirds and the 40 slants, you know, I mean, you know, you talk about gods, you talk about legends in the game, you know, as much as and I love both of them, believe me. I love the 40 slants, I love the Redbirds dearly. And the 30s. But them 32s, man. I mean, you talking about a train that's built for war? What? Listen, Sandy is a prime example of what they can do. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why, and I've explained this in the H review, the only reason why they kept crapping out there is because train operators was going too goddamn slow in the fucking Hamel Y. Because I'm like, why are you going to go slow through the Hamel Y when you know there's a goddamn rail gap right there? Made no goddamn sense. That's why they kept crapping out. That's why they put 46s out there, because the 46s was long enough to go through the gap. Everybody's like, oh no, the 32s is crapping out there. I'm like, because you had some shit ass fucking TOs that was trying to fucking go slow through the shit. I mean, no disrespect to them, but it's like, yo, come on now. You got to know your train. The most hated route is the B11. Beg to differ. Most hated route, I would say the B12, because that is the most niggified of niggified buses I've ever seen. I hate the Q54, worst bus service ever. Everybody, I know, listen, everybody has their buses that they can't stand. I can't stand the B12. I don't like at all. The B12 and the BX28. Those are my two buses that I cannot stand for the life of me. I will say this, my favorite Orion 7 CNG of all time is 7613. That was my favorite of all time. If anybody got some videos of that shit, post that shit up on YouTube. Anybody has Orion 7 videos, I'd be sifting through them shits on my off time. Word. We need, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, granted, if you can make a high floor Nova or a high floor Excelsior or anything high floor, as long as it ain't a Gillig, because we don't do that shit. We don't do that to you. We don't do that to you. You know, listen, you know, making RTS, MTA, you know exactly where I'm going with this. People in MTA, I want you to realize, understand this, I'm not speaking to you from a rail fan perspective. No. At this point, no. I'm speaking to you as from a business perspective, from a business standpoint. The smartest thing you could possibly do is try to, I mean, in some way, shape, or form, I don't know how it would work, how you would get them, or who would make them. But if you had somebody to make you some RTSs, because I tell you right now, listen, that's the last good thing that we got going on right now. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, and even that's low floor. You know what I'm saying? If we have a high floor something, that would work. You know what I'm saying? If we had an RTS, granted, it'd be T-Drive. I get it. It'd be a Cummins. Unfortunately. I don't know about y'all. Cummins, you can't really, like, get your rocks off the way you want to on that. It's quiet. It's I understand it because it's the way of the future. I get it. I get that's where the direction of where the buses companies are going. I get it. I understand it. You know, only the other Cummins I ever liked was on one of the Orion 5 shorts. Fucking Long Island bus. L10Gs. But, you know, Granted, it'd be T drive, like I said, but at least if we have, like, let's say if we did bring back the RTS, that'd be the smartest thing because what it is that we have a bus that is capable to go through every bit of terrain that is there in existence. You know, that is what that is the thing. You know, give a little short, like a short order of a couple of, a handful of RTSs, made by a company, whichever company it is that can do it, like Nova. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Nova. Anybody that's watching that works at Nova, you know, um, and like come out with like a newer RTS, but hell, even if it's the what the fuck doors, wide front doors, but I call it the what the fuck door, to make it easier on everybody, the what the fuck doors, and you know, it could possibly work. Depends on how you want to go about it, but we definitely need high floor buses. With the way the weather is and stuff like that, it's not, especially the weather we about to get fucked up with. Hell yeah, snow out the ass. You want to repeat of 2012, 2016? Hell no, I don't either. You know what I'm saying? Freaking buses laying all over the place and shit. So, but yeah. Suffolk, my take on Suffolk bus system, and well, Suffolk is a whole different animal. That's like, buses are out. They are like gone at like 6 o'clock. Is like the last bus, and like you dealing with like a bus system that's like you got like a one traffic light town and stuff like that, shit like that. So it's like it's a whole different animal. I mean, it's interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It is interesting seeing shit. But in terms of Suffolk, it's like okay with it. I could review Suffolk transit system though. B61 gay. How dare you, good sir? They stopped our high floor RTSs back in 2017 in Boston. They did have problems, but they can work on in snow and rain. I miss those buses. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we had that, then that would be cool. We definitely need something like that. I'm talking about the abandoned station. No, I will. I'll have a separate review for the abandoned stations. That's why I haven't said anything yet. Next Gens has has badass fire. What? Next Gens has badass firebacks. You mean backfires? I mean, I guess if you're talking about in terms of 1700s, and believe me, you guys know my fucking distaste for the 1700s. Yes, they do have nice backfires. I'm not gonna lie, but no, I am not. I can't wait for the day that those retire. I'll be right there, be like, yes, good. 32, too strong. They are like what you said, the Jesus of the fleet. It died and returns. Hey, for real. Sub Transit Fan Productions. What's going on? Over Discord? No, unfortunately, no. R40, R160Q or 46Q. Honestly, both. I will say both. Siemens Q. If it's 46 versus Siemens, both. If it's 46 versus Alstom, 46. R32 pickups was getting big time. Remember, they wasn't pleasant at all. R40 was worse. Overhauls in the 90s really helped them both. They did. One thing is the 40s started going down before the 32s. A lot of shit went down before the 32s. As a matter of fact, the 179s went down before the 32s. Oh my God. Jeez, man. You can't, you can't come out of nowhere and think you can replace a god like that. What? Those are the gods. Are you kidding me? Shit. What's up, Rainbow Spin Dash? What's your favorite train line in New York City? So John Sanchez, right? If everybody can answer John Sanchez, he asked, "What is my favorite train line in New York City?" Just putting it out there. Nah, 46 N ain't better than. I mean, 160 ain't better than 46. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? 32 N rules. You goddamn right. I wish Amsterdam Depot, you know, was still a thing. I mean, it's cool though, you know, but it's cool being a historic depot. Cummins L9 is not bad. Nah, no, it's not. Couple questions. What's your take on Elmhurst Station? Eh. Elmhurst, eh. You know, likewise, how would you approach the abandoned lines like the lower Montauk? I heard some want to do light rail there. Hell no. Oh, you mean like the Woodhaven line? Hell no. Send it, like I said, send a G to Rockaway Park. That would be cool. You got the G and the A going there. You can eliminate the Rockaway shuttle. Either way, you saving money if you eliminate the Rockaway shuttle. The TA is saving money by eliminating the Rockaway shuttle. Yeah, LaGuardia's balls. John Deere on the, okay, so John Deere, I like the John Deere. I'm not gonna lie. That's an engine I could get behind. That shit I can get behind. D60 High Floor is my favorite. Yeah, I know. Fucking Galaxies. 2021 Nova RTS. That would be lit as fuck. Nova Bus. Oh, the Nova Bus RTS Classic. I'm in your neighborhood. Of course, I'm in the People's area. So officially letting everybody know that Astoria is known as the People's area because it's served by the People's train. There you go. What would you do if RTS came back to the city? Shit, go fan that shit. How you moving the 46 from the F and on? I will say this. I don't mind them being off of the R. I am kind of hurt because that they're off the F. I wish the 46s were still on the F. And that's a personal thing for me because, you know, my grandmother and stuff. So, sounds like Suffolk Transit is what DART. Yeah, it is. Yep. First person to say bacon, egg, cheese on this street. Actually, yeah, you are. Bacon, egg, cheese. Hi. Hiram and Dasher. Hi. We don't talk about the 179s. We damn sure don't. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Everybody's telling John the end. The end. Exactly. The People's Train. Thank you. Let me see. What time is it? Well, if you guys can. Okay, 11:33. Okay. Oh, what's my thought on the potatoes? Well, I'll put it to you this way: the potatoes. It's like, why they go for that design? Why they do that? What? Why? It's a Dodge Caravan, 4-bus. That is the most weirdest shit I've ever seen. What? I'm like, what? I'm like, just damn. Just can't. Just. Ugh. Please screenshot my face so this we can see. You know, I'm like, I'm not. I'll hold it for you guys so you can actually see how I feel about the Pateras. Just there you go. Use that shit as a meme. Meme that shit on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the fuck you feel. Shit. So let me see. 443C me. I listen. Anybody in the TA, let me tell you something. If you could just run one 143 on a C, that'd be fantastic. Because Alex has been talking about that for the longest time. If you guys could do just one. That's all we ask is just one. If you could do that, that'd be fantastic. We would thank you for life for that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or at least actually run 2 because of COVID. You know, this way rail fans are spread out. So run 2, and then you can take them off. Just for about like maybe a month. And then you can take them off. Tennessee efforts. Yo. And many times everybody's been saying that. It's the smartest thing to do. 32 in. With the dab. Like, I like that. 32 in. With Knuckles for president. Exactly. Knuckles for president. Knuckles for president 2022. Vote for me. Vote for me for MTA president. I gotta run against Sarah Feinberg though. But shout out to Sarah Feinberg though. I mean, being on the top is a very stressful job. You know, that's no joke. That shit is real. Because it's like you will always be, and like Joe Loda said to me years ago, you will always be on everybody's shit list, no matter what. And you know, you just have to bite the bullet and just accept that, and just, you know, do what you got to do. So, you know, no matter which decision you make, and whether it's the right decision or the wrong decision, it's always the wrong decision. You know, you gotta basically put it to you this way: as fans, you guys gotta understand the realms of what is in the mind of a TA personnel, like TA, you know, suit, you know, and me, I'm just a common dude, you know, I'm just a regular fucking guy, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's like I understand the thought process behind that, you know, so that's the thing. Our 32s need to stay until the 211s come. Absolutely. That is what I'm saying right now. To anybody that's watching in the TA, I'm just letting you know for damn sure. I say this with every bit of fiber in my being. Keep the 32s until the 179s come here. You do not have the funds to replace them yet. You do not have the equipment to replace them yet. I say this with every bit of fiber in my being. If you did not listen to anything that I have said, listen to me at least now. Because I know how hard-headed you guys are. I understand exactly what it is you guys are doing. But at the same time, I tell you this with every fiber in my being, keep them until the 211s. Period. Because at least you have the coverage enough to cover over the 179s if they fuck up. Period. Now, hopefully you guys learned your lesson 2 times with the 179s. That's all I'm saying. We've over-scrapped cars in 2009, and we shot ourselves in the foot hard body. And speaking of hard bodies, the 32s, I will tell you this right now. If you don't keep them things in tip-top shape, just as case if shit break out, you will be sorry. That is what I will say. I had to take the chat off to see how I'm saying it. But yeah. You think you'll ever leave New York City? No. Hell no. This is home. Hell no. But I will leave off to, you know, explore other transit systems and stuff like that. This way I could get footage and stuff like that to review the entire system. Let me see. L review. Of course. All the reviews, don't worry. I see all your comments and stuff like that. So comments about reviews and stuff like that, I'm gonna ignore at this point. The reason why it is because, you know, just so you guys know, I'm reviewing everything. I've never said I will not review everything. I'm reviewing every fucking thing, everything. I need different different comments and stuff, like different questions and stuff like that. Freeze. Oh, he said freeze. I never freeze. 32s need to go back to the C. When Nux does the L review, I'll be sure to be in a vid. Yeah, so Silver's gonna be in a video when I do the L review. Like that just goes without saying. What you call it? Yeah, 32's going back to the C. I would say maybe just like maybe what, a handful, just in case if shit breaks out, just a handful. Uh, Hold on, shit. Yeah, with the 32s, it's like they need to have them in each and every yard. Not even gonna bullshit. They need to have them in every yard. In every yard, every single yard, except for 207, because you guys treat them like shit. Jeez, every goddamn time. Why? Why do you do this? Why? You know, it's like, granted, we know you guys miss your 44s, and you know you guys work on stuff for the one IRT and stuff like that. But goddamn, man, jeez, they're trains too. They're the gods. Of course, you gotta fucking fix them up and stuff like that. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I do wish that there were 32s to go to Coney Island Yard. And you guys know exactly the reason why I'm saying that. But I will say this from a business standpoint again. If for the guys that's in the TA, again, have them split between East New York and Coney Island, and run the 32s on the B. The B is a part-time line, and not only that, but at the same time, you can also let them breathe because also they are outside. Same thing, of course, like I said, with the people's train. You are outside 3 times. You are outside. Now, granted, I understand the whole Monarch YouTube shit, and I swear to everything, that better not be bullshit. I swear to Jesus, that better not be bullshit. Because if it is, I'm going to be super pissed. You know, but for the end, for the people's train, for the rocks train, for the end train, you know, run them on the end. Run like maybe one. It's a one. It's one or two. Run them on a W. You know, go to Whitehall, and then that's it. Some shit. Run them on a W, but then like run one on a W. But then for this last trip going to the yard, running on the end, going over the bridge. So yeah. And then, you know, if some shit happens to the bridge or it can't go through Montague or whatever the case may be, then just terminate at City Hall. Ain't that hard. This is one. Like I said, one. You know. So, but I will say this, for the very last R32, MTA one more time. I want to see that shit. The very last train has got to be the end. It's got to be the end. Listen, they debuted on a queue. I understand that. I get it. But they didn't earn their stripes until they got to the end. You know, granted, they got their name, the Bright Liners from the queue. You know, it's understandable. I get it. But they didn't. No. They became the most electrifying trains in all of New York City Transit by being on the end. Because everybody was on the end when they went to the end. And that I can definitely say. They retired a week ago. Yeah, I know they retired a week ago, but at the same time, you know, it's like they're just on the shelf. They're not actually retired. So, and the reason why, and the thing is, to the people that keep saying, oh, they break down, listen, the only reason why they break down is because of the fact that people keep holding the fucking doors. Stop holding the goddamn doors and we won't have no fucking door problems. That's the reason why and whatever the fuck chart the miles distance before failure chart. That's the reason why you keep seeing shit with breakdowns going sky high, because niggas keep holding the doors. Listen, you burn out the motors when you hold the doors. You don't get that with the new trains because they don't have that shit. Remember, the doors in between, there's a motor in the doors in between and on the ends. You know what I'm saying? So instead of like closing like this, you know, basically the motor's in between like this, or if I can do it like so. So let me see. I'm gonna use my hand as an example. Okay, so let's say you have the doors, right? Instead of like the doors closing like that, right? Which one? In the middle of these two right here, you'll have the doors close like open like this, but then close like that to get to the other door, like that. That's how the motors are in the 32s. So when you hear like doors, when you see doors breaking down and stuff like that, or you see trains breaking down and not wanting to close or whatever the case may be, that's the reason why. The train itself, structure-wise, is fantastic. You know what I'm saying? They've stayed out in the Rockaways. Nothing happened. 44s did that. Guess where they at now? 46s did that. Guess what they're doing now? You know? 42s. We ain't gonna talk about 30. You ain't gonna talk about the 42s. But yeah, someone understands me. Yeah. Any goals for the future of the SSB? Yeah, to sell merchandise and all that shit, to give you guys, you know, to make you guys feel like you are without a doubt a part of the channel, you know, by far. Like you guys, like I said, this is the people's channel. You know what I'm saying? Like this is your channel, of course, like I've always said. So the thing is, we want to make you guys feel appreciated. That's the reason why I'm working my ass off to make these shirts and stuff like that. I want to make shirts to where you guys can personally have your own trains that you want, what color you want, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, but then also like mugs and scarves and all that other crazy ass shit. You know, merchandise. If you visit Dallas, I'm sure you use the what the fuck boom more often like you did on the A. Yeah, I will. I definitely will. I've heard some stories. How you feel about the Q66? I tell you what, I used to ride, and I could bring it back to Chris actually. I used to ride with Chris on the Q66 with Orion 5s, and those trips I will never forget. Unforgettable. Unforgettable. Honestly, when it reviews Linda. I said, Linda, listen to me, Linda. Listen. Honestly, when the reviews coming, I miss the good old days when this man did the reviews. We missed them. We missed that man. But of course, listen, I'm doing all the reviews. When I get my laptop back, you guys will definitely get reviews back. That goes without saying. Like I'm literally on the inside. I'm dying because I want to fucking upload shit, but I can't. I'm like, ugh, this is fucking killing me on the inside. I'm actually working right now. I actually want to like, you know, get, you know, trying to raise up some cash because I'm actually trying to, you know, I'm up to something big right now. That's the reason why. So I don't have a lot of time left. I wanted to give you guys an hour, so this way it's like, all right, I can tell you guys what's going on. This way you know what's going on with me exactly, so you guys don't, you know, you don't have to worry about like anything like that. So, yeah, what you call it? See, because I want to do like gaming streams as well on my other channel and stuff like that too, on Knuckles Network. So I want to have both channels, you know, uploading some shit. 32Q win. I will say this. Well, no, 32s ran on. Well, remember the first line they ever ran to Spectrical. Yeah. So basically, the 32s ran on the queue the first day of in service was on the queue. But the thing is, what you call it? That was back in 1964. But the thing is, I will say, afterwards, they ran on the end. They ran on the queue afterwards, too, like 2007, the paper queue, of course, obviously. And I've seen the paper 46, you know, Coney Island keeping tradition going. I like that. You know, now what we got to do is just see the paper 160 or the paper 68. I need to see the paper 68 and the paper 160. That's all we need. So, for the paper queue. So if anybody that works in Coney Island right now watching this, we need to see that. Miss 32's on the F, Sonic 6th Avenue. I do. I really, really do. I really do. And the only reason why I really do is because that brings back a lot of fucking memories. And I mean childhood memories. From my grandmother to my uncle, stuff like that. Red Hook days, all that. .42 retiring was bull. They should have held their retirement. Yeah, in a sense, yeah. Because of the 179s, yeah. You know, I mean, they were hurting, I ain't gonna lie. 42s was hurting. It was hurting a lot. But that's because East New York really didn't give a shit about them like that, though. Do you like or hate the new M? No, I'm cool with the new M. I mean, you know, that's one of the most written lines. Linda wants to know what my favorite train is. Everybody, if you can, in the comments, you know what to do. Run the last R32 in the queue. either way you slice it, either N or Q, as long as they don't run it on an A. Like, listen, everything's run on an A. Listen, we're tired of retiring shit on an A. You know what I'm saying? It's like, geez, man, come on. You know, run them on an N. I want them on N. Fuck that. I respect the Q, but no. The N is where they need to go. I'm gonna fuck. Word. I want everybody in the comment section. Tell the TA. Run the last R32 on the N. Yep. Run the last 32 on the N. Yep. And it should be, if anything, it should be when it arrives, it needs to be on track 1. Number 1. Not 2. Number 1. Because track 1 is where you get your best photos at. Number 1. That's where it needs to be. Track 1. Period. They should remaster the 32s. Well, there was a concept to redo the R32s entirety on the inside, do an inside-out job, which would have been nice because then they would have lasted a little bit longer. Put it to you this way: the way that CTA does our sister transit agency, the way the CTA does with the 3200s is what we could have did with our 32s. You know, the 3200s are the best thing going in CTA right now. I will say this for Chicago. Yeah, they're still on the roster, of course. You know, my man's Spectacle is clamoring for that 32 in the Q. And it's cute, but you know, there's nothing that brings electricity to the table than a 32 head. I'm sorry. Listen, you know, that'll make everybody come out their house. as much hype as that train has, and it's not even here yet. Hasn't even showed up in years, and everybody's still talking about it. And at this point, the TA knows, people in the TA know that we're talking about it. Still, the 32N. You know, as many times have I seen 32s in the yard at Coney Island in 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, and 16, where they set the signs up as an N. Even on the C, they set the signs up as N. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Which, by the way, I think you rail fans that actually do that too. Y'all are cool for that. You know, shit. Anytime y'all see a 32, you always set up as N. I appreciate the fuck out of that. Believe me, I do. Where his bright idea was to stop making high flow buses anyway. It was ADA stuff. It's a huge thing. Opinions on Amtrak. Amtrak could be better. It's cool, but it could be better. Could be better in terms of how they run stuff. Could be better. Are you thinking of joining the MTA in the future? Possibly. For the job, it's not really the passion for it, because I don't really have the passion to go into the TA like that anymore. You know, I want to actually, the thing is, I want to work with the TA in my own way, not, you know, being underneath the TA, working in there, because it's like, I won't have the creative freedom to do what I love, which is basically entertaining you guys, but then also getting the word out there to, you know, to the TA themselves. You know, as an employee, you know, you kind of hush on the job. You know, you kind of like, you know, you gotta kind of keep your head down and, you know, just work. You know, so because of course, you know, any opinion said is gonna get thrown right against you. That's how it works. Bring back Chris for the 32C review. That's up to him. That's up to him. It's totally up to him. What was it? I've been watching for a little over a decade. I pronounce this John because I'm a male. Got you. Welcome to big fan. Good work. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. R62's retiring by 2023. I don't see that happening. Not for a while. Nah, 62s are way too. They're still in their prime. I don't see them retiring at all. Not yet. And yeah, again, everybody, and The 32-inch train. The most electrifying train. There you go, exactly. Run. Okay, so yeah. So Eric Johnson got a good point too. As well as, like I said before, running 32s on a B, run them on a G as well. The B and G. And then on the weekends, run them on the N. Run like 2 of them on the N on the weekends. Yeah, the G is abused. The 46 is a blessing. What's your favorite train? Everybody's asking what's my favorite train. 32N. I'll say it for everybody now. 32N is my favorite train. Socialism Knuckles. Try it. Feel the burn? Best crossover ever. It's only a matter of time before the MTA does too. Yeah. Let me see. They should have retired. They should have turned the retired Redbirds into houses, and they should have put in them parks and playgrounds. It'd be cool. The Rock. Yeah, The Rock. People's eyebrow. Yeah, no, it'd be. I mean, the thing is with the Redbirds. Honestly, you got the train of many colors. Yes, but they should have just took all the Redbirds that are working work service, put them all together, ran that as just a regular train. Like I said before, anybody in the TA watching, again, run them as a regular train on the 5. And the reason I say the 5, because of the fact that the 5, nobody really gives a shit about the 5. Everybody's attention is on the 2, 4, and 6, all the even number trains. You know, nobody really gives a shit about the 5. You know, Dyer doesn't give a shit about the 5. Rail fans only give a shit about the 5. Because, and put it to you this way, the 5, again, you could go everywhere you want with the 5. Period. Except for Flushing, but yeah. You can go everywhere you want with the 5. That's the reason why I say run on the 5. You can run it on that 5 and then run it anywhere and it won't fuck up anything. Period. That's just the way it works. So if you run on the 5, run it, you know, like I said, 2 times out of, 2 times in a month, you know, throughout the years. So run on the 5 until they can't run no more. That's it. Lego MTA subways and Moody Pal subways. How you doing? Pandemic ever happened? Never happened. Do you think the MTA should run Beeline and Nice or just Nice? Also, do you think they should run the pass system? It would make sense if they did run Path. But the thing is, you go into Jersey. That's like a joint thing. It's not like where you could take a bus and just run it into Jersey like the S89 or the X17J. Because fucks him. But, you know, that's like a whole bunch of red tape and shit like that you got to go through and shit. So, you know, you can explore the dimensions in that if you want, but, you know. In terms of, what you call it? In terms of Nice, yes, of course. Oh, absolutely. They need to go. Nice needs to go back to being MTA Long Island bus. Beeline, they're doing fine. They're okay. You know, they're fine the way they are. You know, the option is there for them to be like, listen, TA, you can take us over. But they're fine right now. They're good. I love their Orion 5s, by the way. The baby Orion 5s especially. Because, of course, you got the last Series 50 thing that we have in New York in general is the baby Orion 5s. So if you can, listen, the 9 bus in Yonkers is the thing you need to go get. You need to get footage, videos, all that shit, because they have that shit there. So is someone playing Shook Ones in the background? No, that's Spanish music. Did the L needs a skip stop? No. Well, what was supposed to be the skip stop for the L was supposed to be the I train. If you guys can remember that. I don't know if you guys can actually remember that. That was kind of like a hidden plan that the TA had. Stuff needs to be taken over by the MTA. I mean, if the MTA wants to span over the entirety of New York, hell, go for it. I'll tell you what, they probably run a little bit longer than they do now. It would actually be nice if they did. Should beef with the new sim route pattern. Nah, not really, not much beef. It's just weird. It's like I'm used to the X's. I'm like, yo, X gonna give it to you. Now X can't give it to you anymore. So I'm like, the fuck, man? I say that and then fresh direct. But yeah. Yeah, L having a skip stop now. It's a two-track line. They ain't really you don't have like play on the line. You know what I'm saying? For skip stop. Yes, the I train was supposed to be a thing. Nobody fucking knew. Just like how the O train was a thing back then. Nobody knew that shit. I know that shit because I did the research. X gonna give it to you. Now the thing is, the X train was supposed to be a thing too. 6th Avenue. Because the X was supposed to go through all boroughs. But unfortunately it didn't happen. Because, you know, supposed to run down with the R and then go into Staten Island, all that shit. But, you know. Such is life. Yeah, the old train too. The old train ran over the Brooklyn Bridge. Not zero. Oh, the P train is actually supposed to be the Amtrak shuttle, Amtrak Super Express. It was supposed to run from Jamaica Center lower level over to what is it, 8th Avenue to 34th Street, 8th Avenue. 8-car train, and it was supposed to be nothing but 32s on the line. That was what's supposed to happen. They need to bring back DD50. Hell yeah. T-trains, T-pains. For the 160 Siemens on sets on Queens. I will say this. With the Siemens on the E, the E's back. In a slight way, the E came back a little bit. I'm alright with it. You know how the Long Island Railroad is cross on weekends? No, because I haven't been out there in a minute. What is it? You think the E? You think the Amtrak should have a stop at Grand Central? Of course, absolutely. It's the 94, 95 Orion 5s when it was in Westchester County. Taking one on the 25 bus. Yeah. MTA took over nice. Do you think it would be named Long Island Bus or part of MTA? Nah, Long Island Bus. It has to be. The U train never existed. The BQ need to be half 68s, half 46s equally. Yeah, definitely. It's funny that Nice has XN60s with 2 doors. Yeah. While the MTA had 3 doors. Hey, I know. P train, yeah. What about the Volvo engines and Prevos? Okay with it. You know, it's not an MCI, but you know, okay with it. I think the MTA should do more interstate routes in Staten Island due to its proximity to New Jersey or other versus other boroughs. It's all right the way it is. It's okay. Oh man, how do you feel about diesel trains? Lit. The new ones are trash, but the old ones lit. Thoughts on the Siemens F? I like the Siemens F and R. I like that. 10 train. I know about the 10, which is basically the 6 Express. That's the 10 train is a 6 Express. People don't know that though, because the 8. People keep saying the 8 is the 6, the Express. No, the 8's the 3rd Avenue L, which now the 8's being revived back as the T. Because if you look closely enough at the MTA's plans, if you look closely at the routing, you'll see that it says tracks to the Bronx. The T will be going to the Bronx. That'll be the Third Avenue. What you call it? Third Avenue train. The Third Avenue line. Why do you think the BX41 runs the way it does? Like, when you think about it, the BX41 runs the way it does because it acts as a subway train, because it's going off of what the Third Avenue L used to do back in the day. So now they want to repeat the same process. So basically, you got from train elevated line to bus and now to underground. That's the steps that they're going right now. That's what's going to happen soon. That's what might happen. You never know, but that's what it's looking like. Just back from my program. Okay. 13 to 12. The 11 is the 7 Express. That's the 11. Happy Yonkers Depot got 23. Yeah. I mean, you know. Yeah. Think Staten Island, do you think Staten Island subway tunnel should have been a priority over the Second Avenue subway? Quite honestly, yeah. Because, you know, finally you can connect the subway to the island. And not only that, but then also, you know, you have at least a way to get to Staten Island, another way to get to Staten Island, as opposed to going on the ferry, stuff like that, you know. So, if you look at the Verrazano Bridge, the way the under part is, that was supposed to be for trains. You know. But, yeah. BX55. Exactly, yeah. BX55, all that shit. The bootleg 2 train. I'll tell you what a bootleg 2 train is. The B41. Yeah, what if you're scared of boats? Yeah, true. You gotta take an express bus, which is $6. Yep. So let me see. What are we dealing with here? Okay, so 12 o'clock. Well, listen. I gotta go, you guys. It was fantastic talking to you guys, most definitely. I will see you guys definitely later. I just want to let you guys know that was the reason why I've been absent on YouTube, is because of the fact that I do not have my laptop. That is the only reason why. Other than that, as of now, I would be in my laptop buried deep making reviews. But unfortunately, at this moment, I can't do a shit. I can't do a thing. So, you know. But yeah. You know, despite not doing anything. Well, thank you. Well, listen, Space O2TH, Space Up. Is that probably what she was going for your name? Well, you have a, what is that? That looks like the girl from Evangelion. What you call it? Yeah, no. If anything, you know, stick to watching my shit. And you'll be like, what the fuck? There's a whole crazy ass world to go into. B99 is a bootleg 5 at night. I like the B99. Fuck that shit. Word. But I do like the fact that it did the 99s though, yeah. Do you record trains and buses on your own? Yes, I do. You think the XE40? First of all, before I go, the XE40, the shit don't make no noise. The tires make the noise. What the fuck? That tripped me up the first time. I was like, what the fuck is this? I rode that shit on the M50. I was freaking perplexed. I've yet to ride the Protero. I've yet to ride the Potato. And I will continue not to ride the Potato. M99, BX99, the same thing with the B99. M99 can be shady, to be honest. Well, yeah, of course, you're coming from East New York. Of course it's going to be shady. Like the B1. I'm cool with the B1. Let's pay respects to the most electrifying line in all of Dixie Transit. Thank you. With the most electrifying train in all of City Transit. The People's Train. I bet you're going to say it next to Badass of Broadway, right? The Badass of Broadway. Right. And then, wait. I'm looking at Andy Plays HD. I'm looking at you. They are 32 inch. Much respect, bro. Much respect. And KO and Johnson, yes, thank you. Best and last worst lines for Siemens. Actually, there's no bad lines for a Siemens strain. I ain't gonna lie. Knuckles versus The Rock. Like I said, listen, you guys will see me work with The Rock real soon, really soon. And if The Rock is watching, hey, listen, we're gonna work together one way or another. It's gonna happen. It will happen. Because The Rock says this. Since clearly you want to have The Rock come up on here on YouTube, looking at The Rock, gawking at The Rock, seeing the most electrifying man in all of New York City Transit, you want to sit up here and act like The Rock isn't a thing? Well, let The Rock tell you something. The Rock will keep you second guessing. Because the fact is this. The Rock knows for damn sure fact he is the best that's ever happened, the best thing that's ever come into New York City Transit. The Rock says this, literally the greatest of all time. He is the most electrifying man in all of New York City Transit, period. So yeah. Should we create more express routes into Nassau and Westchester County? Put it to you this way. I've had express routes in my mind for Nassau County. I've had them in my mind for Nassau County. First and foremost, to run a bus line down Sunrise fucking Highway. That's number one. Which road? I originally thought the N61 would be the route to use for Sunrise Highway. Because we definitely need something to run down Long Island. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys, which one? The thing is, I've had a route to go for Baldwin specifically because that shit is barren at night. Which one? I have a route for Baldwin specifically. For the N39, this was a route that I made long time ago. An N39. It'll run from Baldwin Station. Baldwin Station, Long Island Railroad, like a little shuttle route, like the N62 was back in the day. Run Baldwin Station, and it will run into Baldwin Harbor, and it would run to Baldwin Park, either Baldwin Park or run all the way down to the loop, that loop street, and like where Milburn is and all that shit. Like it'd be a loop. It's a loop route. So one of the two. It's basically like where the school is at, all the way in the back, by like Grand Boulevard and shit. So it'll run down Grand Avenue, like the N35 and stuff like that. And then it'll run down to Grand Boulevard. And then, it'll just run straight down Grand Boulevard all the way to the back. It'll either make a left to go up to where the school is at, or it'll make a right to go where the school and then the park behind it, or go to the right and just go around the area and then just go back to the railroad. No tech on Staten Island Railroad. Unfortunately, Hiram and Dasha, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I mean, when you think about it, listen, the 44s, I love the 44s in Staten Island Railroad, but it is time. It is their time to go. And I hate it, but it is their time to go because of the fact that, that sea salt is whooping their asses. Like I said, with the 44s on the A and the Rockaways, that sea salt is whooping their asses left and right. And like I said, listen, I don't want them to go as much as you do, but they have no choice. They have no choice. It's like, what else are you going to send out there? Listen, I said shit. Send the 32s out the fucking stand out. Some people in Tottenville will complain to high hell. They're like, what the fuck is this? The fuck? I just want to see it run once. But yeah, if anybody in the TA is watching, listen, you can run the 32 out there just one time. Just one time for the one time. Like, you send it to, look, put it to this way. You can easily sign it up for St. George and then Tottenville and shit like that. Whatever station you want. Listen, the top sign, the flip dot, if you want to send it, Express to Tottenville, put X. That's it. T, Tottenville, and then to St. George, just put S. That's it. It ain't hard. course, 32 is Staten Island, right? But I will tell you this, no bullshit. They would survive out there. They really would. It's been proven over and over and over and over and over again. People don't even take the Staten Island Railroad like that. No, they don't. So you really shouldn't even have any complaints out there in the first place to begin with. I'd rather take the S70. With the way the railroad runs, I don't blame you. But even the S78 can get a little tiresome at times. Because there's way too many people on that fucking route that get on that bus. I'm like, God damn. As an Orion 5, I missed that shit. Oh my God. That was everything. People, they should have made the R39 for IRTs. The IRT, yeah, it's basically the R32s. So it operated on the 3, the 1, and the 6 trains. Yes. And I will tell you this, if that shit was set up as a 9 train, oh my God, R39 9 train, oh my God, that should have been fucking lit. Damn it. Fucking fuck, man. Yo, I wish Bug Company was still around. Fuck. Shit. We need boxier trains. This whole fucking half recycled trash can shit is annoying. I'm like, we need box trains. We need box trains on B division. Fuck that. Yo, MTA, what the fuck is going on? We need box trains for B. Listen, box trains for B division. I want to see that. Shit. If you made the 211s like that, it'd been lit. Look, the R360s. I'm just throwing it out there. The R360. Make that shit boxy. We want that. Boxy R360. Let's all pray for a boxy R360. Boxcar. Best design ever. Train many colors on the 9 line. Hell yeah. Shit. Send that shit to the Old South Ferry. 79's belong to the scrapyard. And that's not as a rail fan perspective. Again, as quality for a quality perspective, yeah, they trash. Word. An Xbox 360 train, exactly. Our 360 boxcar, yeah, word. Hey yo, Knuckles, been a long ass time for this channel, ain't it? Yeah, it has. It definitely has. You know, again, my laptop. But, you know, it's working. It's all the way to fuck upstate. Convert Atlantic Branch over to New York City subway. Yes. The A line has been going through a lot, especially because of the 179 separating on the derailment. I tell you what, after that shit happened, a lot of people has kind of avoided the A, passenger-wise. They went over to the C and kind of like just stuck with that, you know, and they only take the A for a little bit. More likely because they're thinking about their safety and shit because of what happened. Which it sucks it did happen to a 46 too, you know, and it sucks that, you know, I mean, first and foremost, the passengers, I'm glad nobody got hurt. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, I had them to a 46. Like, fuck, man, shit. What do you think of something like bus service? Well, it's nice. It's just the thing is, it sucks. I think they're getting rid of the like bus service soon too. So, and everything's going back to limited, I think. What do you think about UConn? UConn's all right. The Moose is cool. Cool with the Moose. You know what I'm saying? Cool with Bullwinkle. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? A's cool at 160s. It is. Yep, without a doubt. A's cool at 160s. I play, what is it? Aquatic base level 1 for the Alstoms and level 2 for the Siemens. For the A. They took over Broadway. They have Lemons. All 79s are on the Lemon stage. Uh-huh. What's your opinion about the B1 with Arctics? The weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard of, but I mean, if that's what they want to go with, then that's fine. You know, the B1 with Arctics, what? Because of Alma Park with Arctics. What? I get it. The school, Brighton, B41, B49, the B49, and the straightaways, the way it runs, where it runs to, I get it. S79 bus needs Arctics? No. Especially where it runs? No. And B12's like bus service OP. I just rode that shit this morning. Perfect world, you would 42s on the J and Z, 32s on the C, and the 179s is scrap. In a perfect world, there'd be 32s on every line. Period. QM17 uses OG buses overnight, which is fantastic. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, though. Do you think there should be a train route to Red Hook? Well, the thing is about that is that you got to remember that Red Hook is kind of like, it's half of its, the very back half is basically where IKEA is at, is basically landfill. And the thing is, it's like, if you go underground to that, then you kind of fuck up structure that over there, and shit kind of is like easy to fall apart and shit. You know, nothing's stable over there. You know, the thing is Red Hook is susceptible. As much as I love Red Hook, it is susceptible to floods. So it's like, what you call it? If they want to go from building, look, they said they was going to send a 9, specifically the 9. I don't know how the hell that they just out of nowhere, they just said the 9. Not the 1, the 9. It was like, oh, we're going to send a 9 train specifically down to Red Hook. If it does happen, listen, you know, hell, more power to them, you know. But, because I remember seeing a news report of that. It's like, the 9 train is going to come. I'm like, the 9? The fuck? Because, you know, that Utica Avenue 9, the Utica Avenue line would be useful for the 9. Or, put it to you this way. Have the 1 use the new South Ferry, have the 9 use the old South Ferry. This way they could terminate 1 trains, and then the 9 could go right back up. Deadhead straight back up, or whatever. Well, not deadhead, but go right back up and shit like that too. You know, to keep the 9s circulating while the 1s go down and then in there and shit like that. They could have used that. This way the old South Ferry stays in service just in case if the new one fucks up again with a flood. But no, the 9 is like the Z. Yeah, it is. 1200 are the best LFSAs though. Yes, exactly. You have 9 to Red Hook. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that either. 8 to Red Hook. No. 32N via 32N via Brighton Express on the B line. Hell yeah, I've rode that before. I wonder if they terminated the 9 to save money and not the Z. Well, they was like, yeah, they wanted to do that because they was like, all right, fuck it, you know. And the Z is basically the J, so it was like, fuck it. There's just an express J with a different letter. What do you think about the LFS's hybrid? Well, it's an LFS. The Z is the 9 of the J. It is 32C, too strong. Always. Thank you, 3 train. King of RT. Let's go. Utica Avenue, where the MTA says they wanted the 4 to do that. I mean, if they do, more power to the 4. Listen, the 4 has us again. At that point, I don't want to hear shit. The 4 is on its own. I don't want to hear shit about you got delays and all of that shit because you have your own fucking line. I do not want to hear shit from the 4. I don't want to hear shit from the passengers on the 4. The rail fans that like the 4. I don't give a fuck. Listen, you have your own line. You have no excuses why you are late. No excuse. None. You should have absolutely no excuse. I don't give a damn. As it is now, the 4 is already fucking... That is a whole can of worms I don't even want to go into. As of late, the 2 has actually been doing pretty good. But I'm like, you know... If you want to talk about a train that's ridiculously loved for doing dumb shit, it's the 4. I'm like, why? Because the 4 goes to fucking Yankee Stadium? Okay. The 7 goes to Yankee Stadium. I mean, goes to fucking shitty field, and you don't see fucking people going batshit over the fucking 7. You know, the 7. You know, it is the most talked about line because of the fact that, well, the 7 is, you know, the 7 is supposed to be the TA between 1. The TA is revolutionary line. one of the most railfan lines because of the fact that it has beautiful points so you could get shots at and stuff like that. Because it's like that's a line that is worth railfanning because of the turns, and 3 because of the fact that the 7's iconic, one of the most iconic trains because it's the International Express. Period. The 4, you have no goddamn excuse to fuck up. You are on your own line. You have on the overnight. I'm not even talking about during the day. On the overnight, you have nobody in front of you. You have no 5 train. There is no excuse. The limit does not exist. The cake is a lie. You have no excuse to be fucking up that hard. Seriously. Fuck. God damn it. Oh my God. The only time the 4 actually does anything right is, for some weird reason, is when my mom takes the 4. She's always getting someplace on time. Other than that, no. Like, God damn. This Lexington announcers sound like they're not playing around, like serious business on it. Yeah, of course, because it's Lexington. That's why they want to make sure you get to the point. That's it. That's why I like the F's announcements, because the F is like, listen, this is to Jamaica 179th Street bound F local train. The next stop is Smith 9th Street. Boom. Period. No, this is a Manhattan bound E local train. The next stop is 34th Street, Penn Station. The fuck out of my face. Jeez. Like, get the fuck out the way already. We gotta fucking move. Come on, you got like 3 other trains behind you. Fucking making the entire announcement. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Granted, I mean, respectfully, the E does have nice announcements to hear. But in a situation where you're doing rush hour and you do not have the time for this shit, listen. This is a Manhattan-bound E. The next stop is 34th Street, Penn Station. Stand clear. Boom. Boom. But she goes mad slow at announcing it. I'm like, come on now. Man. It's 7. Mom's got magic on the 4. She does, for some weird reason. I don't know how the fuck she does. Give him, put 6-2s back on the 4. Give them all field shunting. I know, right? Shit. 6-2s on the 7, forever the best. Redbirds on the 7s, yo. The 7, I will say this, Redbird 7. Last 7 again. 7 was the last man standing with Redbirds. That is the most iconic train to ever run Redbirds. People had a lot of love for the 7 lately. Yeah, because the 7's kind of doing its thing now. Because, TA stopped fucking with it. Stop using that shit as a fucking test rabbit or a fucking test guinea pig. Because they kept fucking with it. They're like, all right, we're going to see how this shit tweaks. We're going to see how you fucking, can it move its leg? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, stop fucking with shit. That's why shit don't work most of the time. Look at the L. Keep trying new shit. Well, I mean, I get it. L's your test dummy for a lot of shit. But still, you got to remember, listen, that is still a subway line. That's a line that people live on. And people got to get to work. Jesus Christ. And first and foremost, the way the L runs, I will say this right now. When it's the morning time, it's 9 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. Stop taking trains out of service during that time. Do that shit in the afternoon where it's like fucking, 11 and 12, where there's nobody really riding the shit. You could take the trains off, let them rest, and then boom, you put the new trains that were resting into the line. That's how you run it. Why are you taking trains out in the morning? Because then you got people running to the train, and the next, the bitch don't fucking, take anybody because of the fact they're taken out of service. Who does that in the middle of the morning? As a Canarsie rider, from before, from years past, and they still do that stupid shit to this day. Stop doing that shit. It don't make no sense. Jesus Christ, L train. Jesus Christ. Like, what? You don't see any other line doing that. They're taking trains out of service in the morning. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? They're putting trains on in the morning. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not don't take trains out in the morning. What? Why? Because you got trains that rain overnight? Okay. By pushing the time forward to where it's 11 o'clock on, you take trains out of service. That's an appropriate time to do so. So this way, when you put the trains on at like maybe 11, 12, 1, all that shit, they can stay again until 11 the next morning. Day and night. Managing the two. Between the two. That's how it works. Jesus. The elf announcement is great. A lot of people don't think so. I do, because she gets to the point. It's simple as that. What's her name? Karen, Diane, some shit. Let me know who is the lady that does the announcements for the F. Is she on Instagram or Facebook or something like that? Because I just put period just on her status or Twitter or whatever the case may be. Just thank you. 40% of service is cut. 62 is very well be toast. So 32 is bus fleets too. Yeah, no, definitely. As in terms of that, yes. But they'll be in storage. They wouldn't be scrapped. When's the T train coming? Have no idea because of COVID. The people's eyebrow from the one train official. There you go. Is a program for the queue to go to Ocean Parkway? No. Though I wish that they would have ran the B out of Coney Island. Why? Because it could literally just go straight into fucking Ocean Parkway. Have some B trains go to Coney Island. And like when you end in the B at night, let it go to Coney Island because it's gonna go to the fucking yard anyway. Let it keep going express down the express line all the way straight to Coney Island. And then terminate it there, and then take the train out of service and boom, run it straight. Or in the morning, when you're taking trains out of the yard, boom, stop to Coney Island. Boom, Ocean Parkway. Boom, Brighton Beach. You know what I'm saying? Utilize your stations. That's the way it should be. Utilize your stations. It should have extended to 7 New Jersey. Yeah. Yep. It's not baby. The MTA never stopped babying the 7. No, they didn't. They still don't. That's their revolutionary line. That's that line where they wrap it in a bow and then put it on the table to say, hey, listen, we are the MTA. That's how it works. Trust me, TA, I know how y'all do. Listen, gift wrap the people's train like that. You see different results. You see results of people that are higher caliber. You know what I'm saying? And then plus, not only that, but then get this. Listen, you could have me kind of push the envelope a little bit too. Like, listen, this is the people's train. You know how I talk. Listen, this is the people's train. This is the most electrifying train ever, period. You know what I'm saying? I push the envelope on that. To anybody that's watching in the TA, I push the envelope on that. You get more output in terms of like the message being sent. And then not only that, but then also that draws in the person's attention to you guys. It's like, hey, listen, I put it to you so I could be like the MTA's ambassador. If anything, be like that, you know. So where it's like, boom, you have more traction coming your way. It's like, you know, MTA, you know what I'm saying? Like, put me out there in the forefront to make a commercial for you guys, and you guys will definitely have more people start riding the subway. I guarantee you. Like, come up with a commercial. Like, hey, listen, you want the fastest ride of your life? You want the most electrifying ride of your life? Come over to New York City Transit. Come catch the people's train, the most electrifying train in all of New York City Transit. You will see for a fact, you will get to your destination faster than you ever realized. Time travel was good. But yeah, who the fuck pulls a train out in the morning? The L's the one that does that. Jeez, probably for this to go. Absolutely. Last man standing is a 7. Damn right. How would you react to being asked to drive a Redbird 5 train? I'd be honored. You know, I know how to operate a train. Shit. You know. Yeah. No more overnight service. Unfortunately. M is the fastest local line. For now. For now. Kathleen Chapman. Bet. Thank you. Kathleen Chapman. Wait. Kathleen Champion. Is that it is? Champion? Kathleen Champion. Okay. Gotcha. Because I like the way she does her announcements. It's straight to the point. It's no bullshit. It's not, like I said, this is a Manhattan-bound local train. Like, I got time for that shit. One day I'm gonna make a video of me imitating it. Why have you signed to be a motorman? TA has great benefits. I know they do. The only thing is, it's like when you're in there, I'll put it this way, I can't do my videos if I'm in the TA. Because of the fact that, it's like the job is so sensitive when it comes to stuff like that. It's like, oh, you have another occupation? All right, bet. That's your ass. Like, nah, can't. I can do believe me. And then plus 32s are going. I'm like, there's no reason for me being in as a motorman now. I mean, I'll be a bus driver, possibly, or somebody that works behind the scenes in the TA now. As opposed to the equipment's gone. It's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing I have left is what? The 68s, 46s, 62s, 142As, Siemens. It's like, it's not the trains that it's like, they have benefits? Yes. I know they do. But at the same time, I'm like, Knuckles for MTA president. Hey, listen, if you guys throw the idea out there to the TA, hey, listen, they probably might be, they probably might let me run the system for a day, which would be cool. Run the system for a day. There's going to be a 32 to run on the end for that one day. I've been watching you since the beginning. What's up, E-Man? I know. I remember. What's going on? Knuckles for MTA president 2021. Thoughts on the QC SBS? Why a select bus service with a 52? It's beyond me. I mean, I get it because I wanted to make it 53, but it is what it is. It makes sense for the moment. All the good equipment is going. That's the thing. Yep. That's why I'm like, nah. Just do the announcements. Imagine having your voice on the end. Here's the thing. I actually want to do that. I want to have I've always said I either want my voice or the Rock's voice for the end. I want that. Could you imagine? It's like, this is a Manhattan-bound N train. The next stop is 86th Street. And it's like, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Or like how Aquafina did it for the 7. Because she did her little side comments, right? So basically, when the doors open up, right, and you go into 86th Street, right, it's like, this is the most electrifying train in all of New York City Transit. The N train. The next stop is 86th Street. Some shit like that. Or, let me see. So officially, it would sound like this. This is the most electrifying train in all of New York City Transit. The N train. Manhattan bound. The next stop is 86th Street. And then stand clear of the closing doors, please. So, like that. Can't wait till you upload your videos on your phone. Videos on your phone, much easier. What program software would you use? So I use Windows Movie Maker, the 2011 version, because I'm old school. But the thing is, I'm actually, like I said, I've been using a pinch of Sony Vegas here and there because I'm trying to learn it. But I can't really do anything on my phone because it's like, granted, uploading videos on your phone is nice, but it's like, it ain't nothing like editing shit on a laptop. For real. East Chester could have kept one of every bus, retired bus we've been running them on a BX 323 or the Q50. First and foremost, East Chester could easily ran one of the retired buses on the Q50 because that's a bus fan line. They could have ran it on Q50, and that's actually really Busboy 9870. And you got your name from an Orion 5. But yeah, that is a fantastic idea. They should have did that. They could have did that. Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I would like to see them run, because the M42 is overdone and it's overcooked with them freaking hell no. That freaking, putting old buses on the M42. I'm like, yo, you got like, sure, it runs through the heart of Manhattan. It's like, yo, you got like everybody and their mama on that block, and then nobody can really make. You can't move. You can't make no sounds. Nothing like that. Nothing. So, what I decided was, for a line to have historical buses and stuff like that, quite honestly, if they brought like a deadline back, specifically, specifically the B75. And the reason I say the B75 is because, everybody already knows everybody knows the 61. It goes through, which honestly I can safely say, listen, I already have a plan for that shit as it is, to put that bitch back in Queens. But I would say the 75 because it's like it's kind of out the way a little bit. 37 is another one, like Jackie Gleason lines. 37 is another one. But the one that's really been on my mind for the longest time, the two that's been on my mind for the longest time, is the 77. Definitely the 77. And the 71. Those two lines. So if anybody in the TA is listening to me right now, if you can, for historical buses, so this way everybody can get their rocks off, whatever the case may be. Because the way they used to run during, with timing and stuff like that. And, Jackie Gleason does have that RTS with the 6V92, the command center, first and foremost. That is memories, because that shit was fantastic, especially riding that shit on the B61 to Queens Plaza. I don't care. But, you run them running on the 77 because it's small, it's short, back and forth. If not, you got the B71, kind of like a callback to the past, So, and that's pretty much that, Have it specialized for, bus fans and stuff like that, Granted, of course, Red Hook is an area that's it's rough, yes, but it is the nicest rough area in New York City. Especially in Brooklyn, and the majority of people in Red Hook know me already as it is. So, yeah. So, and they're quiet. It's quiet out there. Ain't nobody bothering anybody. Ain't nobody messing with nobody. Listen, they can run the bus, and I know I'm going off at a tangent, but they can run the buses like what? Freaking, what? Run them at like, what's a good time to start? They start them at like what, 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock from like Red Hook 12 o'clock from Red Hook from both lines, and then go up to either Eastern Parkway or 10th Street and 5th Avenue, like it did back in the day. Or, where that loop where the 68's at, where the 68 ends at, 7th Avenue. 15th Street, Prospect Park, shit like that. So, But, yeah, I don't know what you guys think of that, Or the B51, there you go. B51's another one, yeah. There's an app called Oh, Keen Master. Oh, got it. Got it. Got it. But yeah, but that's like mainly for like, if I was to, if we was to do shit for like historical trains and historical buses, B-51's like B-51's another one. You know what I'm saying? So on a historical end, yeah, that would work because you're going from Manhattan. Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. That makes a hell of a lot of sense. Who said B-51 first? Hold up. Who said that? Who said B-51? Hold on. B-51. Yeah, Bus Force God. He said the B-51. Bus Force God. Who else said the B-51? I think somebody else said the B-51. Nah. Yeah, it's Bus Force God. So thank you, Bus Force God, for actually giving me that, actually saying that. And Jim Williams, yes. Lorraine Street 77, Union Street 71, yes. What you call it? Have those two, so this way everybody can get their rocks off with rotten buses from like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That they're both lines that are out the way. The only thing is with the 77 and 71, you got the bridge, the little 9th Street Bridge and 3rd Street Bridge. But other than that, that's pretty much all it is. You know what I'm saying? They're out the way, and bus fans could go ride it. They can catch it from different streets and all of that stuff. They don't really. It's kind of nice. It gets everybody out the house. Especially with COVID and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, of course, maintain the social distancing, but that's the reason why we have other buses running on the line. But yeah. And then, of course, Jackie Gleason could have, 1059 again. What else? Yeah, and the B-51, if you want to showcase everything, you want to, put everything out in front in the open, have the B-51. The B-51 is basically a Q shuttle between DeKalb Canal. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But the B-51 was more useful, is always going to be more useful than the fucking B-39. Fuck B-39. It's the most stupid ass route I've ever seen. And everybody's saying, oh yeah, nah, fucking 88 and shit. I know. B-57 OG CNG. Yo, let me tell you. I missed that shit. MTA, I have a plan for the B-77. Just saying. The B-39 is just, I know, it does. I know half of you guys are talking about trains. I see 40 slant comments and 42 comments and stuff like that. See, this is what I like to see though. I like to see shit with you guys talking about talking amongst yourselves. That's what I like to see. That's some good shit. Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't a B-51 Jackie Gleason bus? Yes, it was. It ran the CNG RTSs too. And I was there to see it and ride it. And I remember that Jackie Gleason, we had the 6V92s and his Detroit, the DD50s and the RTSs. We had every RTS you could possibly think of. And it was fan-fucking-tastic. Ugh, my childhood. Paper transfers and all. What is it? R32 screeches really loud, to be honest with you. They do. If they fucking take care of them, they don't take care of them. That's what's been happening. There's this is at JG in 2004. So the RTSs was at Jackie Gleason until 2003 because of because of the C40 LFs and the Orion 7s both together. So. But I love the Orion 7s when it came in. Oh my god. C40Ls I love too. Like even in C40, like honestly, my favorite thing right now in this company right now in the MTA is the C40 LFs. Right now, currently, my favorite bus. And then after that would be the CNG Excelsiors. And then after that, in terms of diesel buses, would be the Nova LFSs. And then after that, the LFSs. The Excelsiors, I'm like, it's equipment, yes, but I'm like, That's just a personal thing. Was it? Oh, R32 smell like milk, to be honest. Yeah. That's how you get your strength, man. Get your bones straight. You know what I'm saying? 32s literally smell like New York City trains, museum trains. Yeah. That's what's going to be. The Smees are a whole story. Word. I know, right? Look at us going back to memory lane. Red Rocket 3 train. You goddamn right. Psst. Straight air. Brake pressure controlled by directly by operator. Yes. Motor man's valve present on car. Yes. Electric control. Emergency braking. Smee. Thank you, Emperor of NYC. Yes. Can't believe you're still alive. Because I love you guys. That's why I'm still alive. I fucking love you guys. Hey, listen, Rainbow Spin Dash, Emperor of NYC is right. That man's right. How did you react about the 160s? I was on a 32 on the end one day. I was going over the hill, Astoria, going towards Coney Island. I seen that shit go back towards Astoria. I was like, I said, fuck. Very first day I ever seen that shit. I said, damn it. I'm like, so this is how it ends, huh? Red Rocket. Yeah, we out here. Word. One train's underappreciated. Yes, it is. That is the most loyal train of New York City Transit. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. I wish Jackie Gleason had our Orion 7CNG's second gen ZF transmission. They did. They had one from West Farms, but of course they had from West Farms though. No, Reggie has the video for me. Reggie Davis. Can you make a video of your little short line R32s? Yes, I will. I'm gonna give a review for it too, and I pray to God that I can at least get some more 32s from Little Short Line, because those are the best 32s that's ever made by a wooden train company. Those are the best trains, period, made by a train company. Because yo, them shits is hard to fucking detach. Yeah, exactly, Tom, Agent Tom. 160s are boring but reliable. They are. You know, unfortunately, I have to admit that they are reliable. You know, it is what it is. It's like, ugh. Jeez. Yeah. I have to say, for myself, yep. When you hear their hot Siemens propulsions. Oh, yeah. So hot and steamy. Oh, my God. It's just the 1.6. Oh. That's what it sounds like when you say that. Yeah, but no, the Siemens 160s. Yeah, I love the Siemens 160s. You know, never I thought I would ever like a 160 until the Siemens showed up. I was like, okay, I can party with that. What do you get with little short lines anyway? The thing is, I got them from the Transit Museum when they were selling them. I don't know if they even make them anymore. No, they don't make them anymore. You get a lot of rares, yeah. I need Redbirds. I need that shit. I like little short line R32s better than Mooney Pals. Yeah, the Mooney Pals are basically, the Mooney Pals 32s are basically 38s. That's exactly what they are. You know, the stripes go halfway. They don't even go up there to the top. I'm like, you do realize, Mooney Pals, that you made a 38. You didn't make a 32. I don't know who said that was a 32. That's a 38. I see what you guys did. You don't need the Redbirds. No, I need the Redbirds for a little short line. I need those Redbirds. I don't need the fucking Mooney Pals Redbirds. Because I have, Mooney Pals gave up halfway and decided to call an R32, which is fucking retarded. I'm like, that's what pissed me off about Mooney Pals in the first place. They got the 68s right. They got the 68s down to a fucking T. And I'm like, I just wish they built them longer. They need to build their trains longer than what they built them. Because they all look like IRT trains compared to my 32s. My 32s look like a 75-foot car compared to them. I'm like, yo, really? Don't join the Moody Pals community. I wasn't going to. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you ever own a Mooney Pals? No, I've owned Mooney Pals. I own several Mooney Pals trains. I mean, I own was it a 160? Was it two 160N cars? 46Fs. I have plenty of 46Fs because was it the 46Fs with the old wheels I call 44s, but the 46s with the new wheels I call 46s because they're more stable. I own 268s Delta. A G. I know I own two Gs because I want the line for end to end stuff. That's why. And that's pretty much it for them. Oh, and a 160A. Yes, I have a 160A train from Mooney Pals. It was a rare thing that they did that. I was like, oh shit. We should meet one day because I lived in Astoria, so we can talk and stuff. Well, right now I'm not doing meet and greets and stuff like that because, you know, of course, COVID and stuff. But if shit does go a lot better, then I will. I definitely will. You know, I'll do the whole meet and greet thing, you know, with everybody and shit. Of course, it'll be on the 32 if possible. That explains the 32 Mooney Pals. Yeah, I have Mooney Pal 38s. I do have that, and I got them because of the fact that they were 38s. I said, you know what? I'm gonna get them because of 38s. Like when they say, oh, there's a 32 on a Z. I'm like, no, that's not a 32. That's a fucking 32J. I'm like, that's not a 32. That's a whole 38. So, if you can get that 38J. Or Z. Mm. Two brown M cars. See, that I don't have. I wish I had that. Yeah, some R143s actually have strip maps. They have the strip maps for the JZ. Stretch it. Oh, fuck. It's about time MTA did. Yeah, exactly. I need to get brakes. You missed the brown M and orange V combo? I do. Listen, John Doe, you ain't shit. I know. Listen, you know with me, it always goes into overtime. It always goes into overtime. It's never what I plan to do. Hold on 1 second. Shit. Yeah. Oh, don't tell me the lock is fucked up. Okay, good. Okay. Woo. All right. You gonna tell me a secret? What secret is that? V had no purpose other than being an extra F. But I tell you what, it did the F's job better than the F. That's a whole fact. It did the F's job better than the F. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. It did the F's job better than the F. MTA should extend the J and Z to 9th Avenue. Well, people are saying that it's too long. If you do that, it's too long. Like the J is too long. But I said, listen, Send the Z to Ninth Avenue. Because if you send the Z there, it goes express, it skips all the bullshit. And, literally it runs, and then that will force the Z to actually be of use to run. If anybody in the TA is listening, one more time before I go, that will force the Z to stay out longer. That will force the Z to actually have more trains and run 32s all the way straight to 9th Avenue. Well, that's right, because of the fact that Montague. Fucking Montague, man. Why the fuck did they fuck that up in the first place? Like, really? Fucking tunnels and shit? No. They're not, they're not retired. They're just on the shelf. They're in storage. Everybody's saying that they're retired. They're not retired yet. They're just in storage. Because if the Z goes to 9th Avenue and Bay Parkway, then guess what? You got your train going, helping the R out and stuff like that. You have, again, Cherry Studio's saying right now, you have the new Brown M, which is a Z. And I keep telling everybody, like, listen, this is that's the one that makes the most sense. Because if you send the Z to Brooklyn, then guess what? You got Jamaica Center to Bay Parkway. You're basically being a fucking F halfway, a brown F, like with the way the F looks in Queens. It's just the difference is you're on the Jamaica line instead of the fucking Queens Boulevard line. So, and then you're going express. You're not going local all the way over there. And you're skip stopping. Forget it. You all the way good. There should be no excuses. ENY has one whole train of 32s left as we speak. MTA secret weapon off 32. Right. Well, my question is this. I asked you this. I asked all you guys this. Why are the 32s on the shelf, though? And because of the fact that just in case if the 179s fuck up again, they take them right back out again. Which I have a strong feeling that's going to happen again. No, I know. The 179, the 32s are not back, are not running anymore. I know. But at the same time, I put it to you this way. We need to keep those, and not only that, but then also, no, that's what I meant to ask. Do you guys know exactly where the 32s are currently? I haven't been in the subway in a little bit, like kind of paying attention to the movements, like of where the 32s are right now. Picking. Like all the 32s, like majority of them picked in 207 probably. Either Picton or East New York. Anybody know if they're in Fresh Pond? Fresh Pond too, right? What if the G became a loop? Nah, ain't gonna do that. Picton, okay. 207 has some, but the collective dust. Of course they are, because fuck 207. Shit, I say that with a fucking straight face. Fuck 207. Always fucking shit up. Quite honestly, 207 should just become an IRT yard. Or a yard for the A specifically, because I'm like, yo. Picton has none. Highly doubt Fresh Pond. Yeah, Picton. Well, everybody's saying Picton, so. Yeah, everybody's saying Picton, so. If that's the case. Well, shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Picton with 32s. Wow. Well, I mean, ENY, you got the 32s falling apart. It's so dingy. They're East New York. Concourse has a set. Wow. storage picked. Okay. Well, you know, the fact that they sit there is the thing that's fucking with them. You know, you sit there, there's no movement, there's no action. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course, they're gonna like fall apart naturally. That's just what happens to machinery. That's just a general thing. That's a general knowledge for machinery. Is that if it's not in, it's like a bike. You know what I'm saying? If it's not in use, then you know there's gonna be problems. It's like a bus. If it's not in use, there will be problems. There will be complications. You know. Put the SH on the end. There's a New York City Transit Transit Museum R32 set though. Honestly, I'll put it to you like this. There needs to be a full train of 32s. I don't give a fuck. As decorated as those cars are now, and as the way they've outlasted everything before them, there needs to be a full 10-car train of that shit. I don't give a damn. TA, again, I'm looking at you. There needs to be a full 10-car train of that shit. What the fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Just as sure, put it to you this way, just as sure as the 40 slants needed that, and just as sure as the Redbirds needed that. The three legends and the 38s. Let me see. Put it to you this way. The Transit Mount Rushmore. Yeah. The Transit Mount Rushmore of the gods will be what you call it? Of the higher of the ones that started it will be the R109s, of course. The standards. And the what you call it? The low V's. And the say the gate cars too. That will be that Mount Rushmore right there for those cars. There's a 10-car set in R30. Oh shit! In Concourse, the B. Let me stop. But yeah, the D. But yeah, for the Transit Mount Rushmore of our era, I don't care. 32's George Washington. Oh no, these are razor bumps. Fuck all that. Yeah, 32's George Washington. Then you got fucking Redbirds. Freaking what was it? You got Redbirds next. Then you got slants. That's Thomas Jefferson. And then you got Lincoln would be the 38s. That's the Mount Rushmore. So now the tech age, you have the 142As as the George Washington, and you got the 143s after that, and then the 160 Siemens after that, and then you got the 211s because fuck the 179s. So check Concourse, right? All right. So I'll check Concourse, definitely. But yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys go for damn sure. This has been fantastic. It feels good to be on here talking to you guys directly to let you guys know what's going on, what's happened. Don't worry. There's going to be videos coming out. There will be videos coming out. There will be. I promise you guys there will be videos coming out. I promise you. I just need to get my laptop. That's it. And when I do, I'll let you guys know. So, I'm okay. Remember, if you guys see me out in the street somewhere, whatever the case may be, Feel free to approach him and be like, yo, what's up, Knuckles? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know. Oh, last thing. Train many colors. There's been no word on it at all. There's been nothing on it at all. 211 review. If the 211s do retire to 32s, which most likely will happen, I'll give the 211s a review. I will. Because that is the thing that retired to 32. So yeah. You know me. Gotta make sure I, basically, put it to you this way. The 32 is like The Rock. Fucking 211's like Goldberg. I think I'll play Goldberg's music when the 211 comes. Word. It's like Goldberg! Freaking 32's gonna be like this when you see the 211. Word. Yep. But yeah, so listen, thank you guys so goddamn much. Listen, thank you all of you again for staying with me for all this time. Yes, you did. You did, God. You did, AJ. Freaking, which one? 32 in Concourse is 10 cars. I know. Listen, don't be surprised if you see that shit on a Delta or the Bravo. Mainly the Bravo. But yeah, thank you guys so much again. Thank you. Thank you for being fans specifically. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. You know, and again, I'm not dead yet. I'm still fighting the good fight. Good fight. You know what I'm saying? So, it's me phone with you. One last question. Okay, what? I see you leafy on silver because I didn't see you like the entire day, the entire time. How you roasted in the train? How you roasted in the train? Your train ain't out yet. Hey, listen. You know me. I don't give no fucks. Give no fucks entirely. Fuck that. Too strong. Everybody, too strong. Exactly. What if you saw a 5-car R12 connected to a 5-car R33 on a 1? And he said, "Why you capping?" What is capping? What is that? What is that? I have no idea what the fuck that is. Like that is that some new slang everybody came up with or some shit? Because I'm like, the fuck is that? That does not sound New York. The fuck is that? Capping is. Where did that come from? Capping. Be lying though. They'll be lying. Oh, you tripping. Oh, okay. See now you know what I'm saying? I'm from the 90s, man. Of course I'm a fucking man. Of course I'll be lying. I be lying all the time. Came from down south. It came from down south. Listen, we need to come up with shit of our own. For real, for real. We're the trendsetters. We're not supposed to be the one that follows everybody. This is New York. We're the ones that set the standard for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? First thing we need to take back is the fucking music game because, the music that's coming out now is trash. We need some more shit from up north. We need some shit from us. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, our style. You know what I'm saying? We have too much of this like southern style going on. Like the South is holding the game like a motherfucker. We need East and West, especially us. Jesus. Can a red bird fly? It has a bird. It has bird in its name. Yes, it can fly. It flies through the tunnels. 6ix9ine saying he the king of New York. Now that is cap. That's okay. Since we're saying cap, okay, that's cap. Godly Tim's, thank you. Exactly. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And it's one word. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, but then listen. Chopped cheese. Where you at? You know what I'm saying? The fitted Yankee, you know what I'm saying, with double brim in the front and the back. Matter of fact, the whole cap has a whole brim. Fuck it. One circular ass brim. Fuck that. Where your Bev at? Who said it's except for Staten Island? Can't even take it off. Okay, first time we operate in the 70. I'm so done. It's like, okay, first time operating in New York City. This finna be a breeze. It's like, big fella, what you doing? Get your ass up out of here, big fella. Get your ass some Timbs out here, big fella. You broke, big fella. 52 watching now. Yeah, man, holy shit. Compatible for New York City. Yeah, no. Need the homie Nichols Bryce to explain in New York. If anybody can get in contact with Nichols Bryce and send them my way, like, yo, I've been trying to do a whole Nichols Knuckles type thing, where, you know, we explain the ins and outs of New York. What's your opinion on Spider Cuz? I don't know who the fuck that is. Who is Spider Cuz? Yeah, I have no idea who Spider Cuz is. What do you think about Charleston? Charleston's lit. Now listen, when it comes to shuttle buses, they're like, I bet. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? A Crip Spider-Man. A Crip Spider. Crip Spider-Man. Oh shit. What if you still live on New York's? Or New York's, New Jersey. Shit. On New York's, New Jersey. Oh, we trying to make a Staten Island joke now? Let me tell you something. Real quick. Listen. It's thanks to, if I still lived on Staten Island, I honestly would be in paradise. I'm not even kidding. I'd be happy as hell. But the thing is, let me explain something to you. Like I was saying earlier, it's thanks to people like Method Man, Wu-Tang Clan, that's still throwing punches with everybody else in terms in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, that's still going strong, keeping our New York flavor still pushing out towards everybody else, so where people don't forget about us. So if you really think about it, in all honesty, Staten Island's holding it down for the rest of New York City. Just saying. Because, you know, that's what it is. And that's Method Man on his own. Not even bullshitting, not even capping, as everybody says. That's a whole fact. Because when you think about it, you see nothing but videos of fucking Method Man on Facebook, on YouTube, still rapping other people, still pushing the envelope out there, still. Park Hill, where are y'all at? For real. Word, AJ, that's what I'm talking about. Mariners Harbor, hell yeah. Word. You know what I'm saying? So listen, at this stage of the game right now, yes, thanks Staten Island. As much as everybody be fucking disrespecting that shit, at this point in the game right now, that's what it's looking like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, disrespecting Staten Island for like the bacon, egg, and cheese wasn't invented. Yo, son. Yo, for real. The bacon and cheese wasn't invented there. For real. The fuck? Yo, niggas like culturally appropriate in Staten Island. Like, fuck. First of all, let me tell you something. Staten Island ain't even Staten Island. That's Angel Island. Alright? Because, you know, your boy. Staten Island to this day forward will be known as Angel Island. Yes. It's official. Angel Island. Goddamn. Oh, my leg. Shit. So yeah, Staten Island got a new train. Would you move back there like no tomorrow? Of course. So yeah, so I gotta go. Listen, my battery's dying and shit like that too. You know, so and yeah, whoever hates Staten Island has not ridden a Ryan 5. Yeah, fuck that. Whoever hates Staten Island has not ridden an RTS out there. Okay, fuck that shit. Yeah, that is. Yep, for real. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I would give people. I would make a video explaining the reason why Staten Island is the shit. You know what I'm saying? Why Staten Island's home for me. I have no problem doing that. You need the proof? I got you. No problem. Word. I definitely would. Yeah. So yeah, my which one? So basically, yeah, I'm charging my phone, but yeah, I gotta go. So thank you guys for watching again. Listen, this is your boy Knuckles, Super Subway Bros. Again, as always, thank you so goddamn much. You know, for damn sure. You know, for damn sure. Thank you guys so much, and this time I really, really gotta go. So thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining the live. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know it's been a long time since y'all guys even seen a video from me in the first place, any old fucking way. I said, you know what? I gotta give these guys something. So I'm gonna take the time to do this and shit. So listen, thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how to say thank you enough. Thank you. Yes. Happy to see you guys as well. Thank you so much. Listen, I want to get everybody a thank you to every single person, at all 50 of you guys, 50 something of you guys that's watched just now. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Without y'all, we wouldn't exist. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. You know, when you saw the street, you freaked out. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I want to make the greatest videos for you guys. You know, as you know, as best as I can, as the greatest videos for you guys. So this way, you guys can go back and like it's rewatchable. You know what I'm saying? So the Super Capping Bros. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And if you keep fucking with me, I'm gonna pop a cap in your ass. And you're gonna see what kind of caps I got. But yeah. So it's for John Doe. But yeah. So it's fucking capping shit. Like the fuck is cap? That is the Listen, your boy still got them punchlines. I'm Knuckles for a reason. Word. Exactly, cap. I'm like, the fuck is cap? This is fucking cap ass out of here. Could you imagine somebody with an ass that was caps? So you have caps for an ass type of shit. But yeah, what's it called? But yeah, again, thank you guys so much. I wanted to actually, you know, I wanted to give you guys a good laugh at the same time as well. Yes, the B train reviews coming, for Christ's sake. Yes, too cap, too strong. I like that. Too cap, too strong. But yeah, look at him. Okay, but your camera dying though. So, nah. But big shout out to what was it? John Doe 9403 for trolling the shit out of me. Hey, listen, I could be a dick as well. Oh my god. But yeah, you know, you say you're welcome. I like that. Good shit. Good shit. What you call it? What phone do you even have? I have an LG Stylo 6. But yeah, better charge the goddamn phone. You goddamn right, I'm gonna charge my phone. Shit, fuck that. So listen, good talking to you guys. I'll see you guys later. I'll definitely see you guys later. Bye. What the fuck is the end button? Fucking YouTube and this shit. Is that the end button? The X is the end button? Oh, X won't give it to you. There's so many buys. I'll see you later. There it goes. There's the end button. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I just saw that. Was it? I ain't going until you go. Jack, I'll never let go. Oh man, I had to laugh at that. But yeah, later. Oh, Angel, we got the same phone yet.